So congratulations. Talk us through the fight.
Thank you very much. The first round we had, the strategy was essentially to move around, to look for takedowns. It was a very different style from how I'd been fighting previously. The first round was I think it was a feeling out process for both of us. It was a fast one. I threw a kick. He came in. I came in at the same time. There was like this hesitation, I think, essentially, because we both weren't sure like how far this was going to go. And then we tied up on the cage. As soon as we tied up on the cage, I was going for the takedown, and the hammer fists just start coming down. That was like the moment where I knew like this is a fight. So I caught like a couple solid hammer fists. That's where this came from. I almost like blacked out on my feet, and then I managed to finish the takedown. And that was sort of the story of the fight. Just a bit of a back and forth on the feet. Theebaan would land one, I would get a takedown, finish the round on top.
That did happen a lot. You took a lot of pounding to get him down, but you did get him down, and then you got on top of him. And considering we were talking about yesterday, you were probably going to be the smaller man going into the fight.
Yeah.
There really didn't look like any size or strength difference at all.
Yeah, well, I had to leverage a lot on my technique, I suppose. Like focusing on head position, on good wrestling fundamentals, going like not necessarily fighting him strength for strength. I don't know if it was 100% successful. I was definitely like, I'd say second round, I started feeling it, like the exhaustion set in. Because it was like moving around to try and stay alive, and then wrestling with this like big buff dude. So, yeah, man, it was tough. Like, I felt it.
Was there anything surprising about the fight? Obviously, you know each other very well, but obviously in a fight situation can be a bit different.
Yeah, he caught me a couple times, pretty good. He managed to escape from some of the bottom positions. He is just like, he's a very athletic guy. So I knew that the athleticism would come into play, but you know, it's such like an X factor. Like, he can just do things that normal human beings can't. So yeah, no, some of the shots, man, for sure. The hammer fists were something I didn't expect. The big shot that he caught me with when I tried to throw a kick caught me off guard. It was like, you know, things that that I've experienced before training with him, but it just feels different. Fighting and training just feel different.
You mentioned yesterday about the last month you've been trying new things. There was going to be a bit of a surprising aspect. I didn't really want to ask you in case, obviously, he watched it, but what were them things you've been working on the last month?
Okay, so they were better implemented, I think, in the first couple rounds. I was working a lot on angling, so like not entering on a straight line, because I knew that being a karate guy, that's his dominant angle. He goes in straight in, out, straight kicks, which he caught me with, straight punches. So angling would be advantageous. And then angling into cage wrestling. That was the strategy. It's a very different style from how I usually fight. Both of us fight similarly in that we like kind of methodically go in, but I thought that style wouldn't be advantageous for this fight. Didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, but still got the win. So.
What was you thinking going into the fifth round? Because I thought you were definitely leading. I thought, unless anything crazy goes on, you're going to win the fight. So what mindset do you have going into that fifth round, especially knowing how dangerous he is?
Man, just going into the fifth round, it was all mental at that point. Like, I feel like my physicality had almost drained. Like, I had very little left in the tank. So it was all just hanging in there mentally. So I thought as long as I could move around, stay alive, land a takedown, control, then I'd be able to win the fight. So it's definitely counting round by round. Knew that I was ahead, but I knew that he could finish the fight. Like, one of those shots, if he caught me and followed up, I just had to stay sharp.
That's it, like I said, you looked on top, but it looked like he could finish at any moment because he's such a dangerous fighter.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you feeling now?
I'm relieved. Honestly, it was like the best possible outcome in my mind, because we both put on a good show. Neither of us got, well, I mean, my face got mangled, but none of us got like permanently injured. We both able to walk away from this. We both put on like a good showing, and I got a belt. So that's best case scenario.
bonus. It certainly wasn't an entertaining fight. It really was the fight that got the crowd going. The crowd was being pretty lively, but once your fight started, and especially when the action kicked in, the crowd really loved it. So last question, what next?
What next? As I said, I got to check with my manager slash wife slash, I see her there, dangerous. But yeah, no, what's next is like taking some time off, I think. It's been a year of like nonstop training, like 1 year of my life gone into this tournament. So I take a little bit of time off and then think about what the next moves are. Honestly, like until this fight, I'd been coaching Theebaan, coaching a couple of the other guys in the gym, and I really enjoy that. So whether it's being in the cage or outside of the cage, I'll be in this world one way or another.
Is turning pro an option? Obviously, you're naturally a lightweight. You've just won the welterweight belt against the defending champion. So it must give you a huge amount of confidence going forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went in there thinking like I'm just going to rely on my skills to get by. Size would have been great, looking back at it. But yeah, like it's definitely a confidence boost. I know that in my natural weight class I'd probably be do a lot better. But I can't even think about that right now, to be honest. All I'm thinking about is like booze and chicken.
Well, go away, enjoy this victory, and look forward to seeing what you do next. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.